You stand on the bridge of the flagship. The view screen shows nothing but deep velvet black. Most people think space is silent. You know better. Space is usually noisy. Static hisses against the hull. Solar winds howl against magnetic shields. Distant stars hum with radiation. It is a constant choir of energy. But not today. Today is different. You look at the readout for the sector ahead. It is a void beyond the nebula. We call it the rift. The sensors show flat lines. There is no static. There is no background radiation. It is a dead zone. The silence is heavy. It presses against your ears. Your comms officer turns to you. She looks worried. Her headset is usually full of chatter. Now she hears only her own breathing. This is not natural. Nature abhors a vacuum. Nature hates total silence even more. You order the ship forward. The engines push you into the quiet. The hull usually vibrates. Now it feels damp. It feels like driving through thick mud. The silence is a physical weight. Experts think this is impossible. Sound requires a medium. But this silence travels without one. It carries a pulse. You feel it in your chest. Thump, thump. It is slow. It is rhythmic. It feels like a heartbeat. A massive heart beats in the dark. It is waiting for something. Or someone. You drift closer to the center. The nebula fades behind you. The stars look dim here. They are afraid to shine. We found this place 3 days ago. We thought our sensors were broken. We kicked the console. We checked the wires. It reminds me of my first car. The radio only worked when you hit the dashboard. But this is no broken radio. This is deliberate. You reach the listening outpost. It sits on an asteroid. The rock floats in the stillness. The station looks like a metal spider. Its legs are antennae. They stretch out for miles. They are trying to catch a sound. Any sound. You dock the ship. The airlock hisses. That sound is a relief. It means air is still real. You meet the lead engineer. His name is Davin. He looks tired. He has not slept in 2 days. Davin points to a screen. A single green line ripples. It is faint. You have to squint to see it. He hands you a headset. You put it on. At first you hear nothing. Then it comes. It is a whisper. It is not a language you know, but you understand the tone. It sounds like a promise. Davin adjusts the gain. The whisper grows louder. It is repeating. It loops every 11 seconds. You ask the origin. Davin shrugs. It comes from everywhere at once. The rift itself is speaking. The signal changes pitch. It goes high, then it drops low. It sounds like a whale song, but whales do not live in space. Unless we missed a very big memo. You take off the headset. The silence outside is a canvas. Someone is painting on it with sound. You need to decode this. You call up the linguistics team. They arrive with heavy tablets. They plug into the console. The pattern is simple. It uses prime numbers. 1 beep, 3 beeps, 5 beeps. This is a greeting. It is the universal knock on the door. Someone is home, and they know we are here. Experts think it is a test. Intelligent life uses math. Math is the same in every galaxy. You authorize a reply. We send back the next prime number, 7. We blast it on all frequencies. The rift goes quiet again. The heartbeat stops. You hold your breath. The crew watches the screen. 10 seconds pass. 20. A minute feels like an hour. Did we scare them? Then the response comes. 9 beeps. Wait, 9 is not a prime number. You frown. Did we mess up? No. They are correcting us. They want us to think harder. They send another string. It is not math. It is a star map. It shows a location nearby. You look at the tactical plot. The location is empty space. Or so it seems. Suddenly the sensors light up. The empty space is not empty. Ships decloak. Hundreds of them. They are not human ships. Their hulls shimmer like oil on water. They have tall sails. These sails catch light. They catch radiation. They ripple like fabric in a wind. This is the Starborn Council. We only heard rumors of them. We thought they were myths. Legends say they watch the quiet places. They guard the silence. Now they are here. Their flagship hails us. The screen flickers. A face appears. It is angular and pale. The eyes are large. They do not blink. The creature speaks. The translator lags for a second. It says, "We are loud. Humans are always loud." We shout into the dark. You apologize for the noise. You explain our curiosity. The creature tilts its head. It seems amused. It calls itself a keeper. It says the silence is a shield. We broke the shield with our signal. Now the door is open. We must deal with what comes through. You ask what comes through. The keeper points to the rift. The darkness is swirling. Delegates from the fleet board your station. They walk with grace. They do not make sound when they step. They wear robes of woven light. It is distracting. You try to focus on the talks. We sit at a metal table. The air recyclers hum. The alien delegates look at the vent. They dislike the hum. You offer a truce. We will lower our volume. We will stop scanning so hard. The keeper nods, but trust is thin. They have watched us for years. They saw our wars. They saw us burn forests. They saw us split atoms. They think we are children playing with fire. You play a recording. It is not a war speech. It is a song, a simple violin piece from Earth. The keeper listens. The large eyes widen. Music is new to them. They only know math and silence. The violin weeps. It soars. The alien closes its eyes. The tension in the room breaks. You promise more music in exchange for peace. It is a strange trade. Songs for safety, melodies for maps. The keeper agrees. We sign the human accord. It is fragile. It hangs on a single recorded promise. You hope your playlist is good enough. But not everyone likes music. The sensors ping again. New contacts appear on the radar. These ships are different. They are jagged. They look like broken glass. They do not shimmer. They absorb light. They are shadows against the void. Rogue vessels. The keeper hisses. These are the exiled. They hate the silence. They want noise. They want chaos. Their engines emit a low hum. It sounds like a growl. It hurts your teeth. You order shields up. The piece lasted 5 minutes. That must be a new record. The rogue ships skim the rift. They're looking for the weak point. They want to tear it open. You hail them. No answer. They only send static. It screams over the comms. Your crew covers their ears. The static is a weapon. It disrupts our targeting. The keeper looks at you. This is the test. Will humans fight for the quiet? Or will we join the noise? You grab the mic. You order the fleet to intercept. The rogue ships fire. Not lasers. They fire sonic pulses. The hull shakes violently. Sound in space is impossible. But they found a way. They vibrate the hull itself. Bolts loosen. Glass cracks. The coffee maker explodes in the mess hall. A tragedy indeed. You need to stop them. They are heading for the center. They want to breach the light. The rift begins to glow. The darkness tears. Light floods out. It is blinding white light. The silence shatters. A roar fills the void. It is the sound of a star dying. The rogue fleet dives into the light. They feed on it. Their ships grow larger. They are turning the rift into a weapon. If they succeed, the sector burns. You cannot let that happen. You turn to the keeper. You ask for help. The keeper is afraid. But you are not. You are human. We are good at loud noises. We are good at fights. You order a spread pattern. Your ships surround the breach. You fire everything. Missiles streak out. Lasers cut the dark. The rogue ships dodge. They are fast. One of them rams a council ship. The sail tears. The alien ship spins away. You see the wreckage. It sparks in the silence. It makes you angry. You spot something in the rift, deep inside the light. It is a crystal structure. It is huge. It pulses with that heartbeat. This is the source, the relic. The rogue ships want it. They are trying to tow it. You must get there first. You push the engines to max. The ship groans. The structural integrity alarms scream. You ignore them. You are racing a shadow. The The relic begins to hum. It is waking up. The hum matches the violin song. The aliens must have uploaded it. The crystal likes the music. It glows brighter. It pushes the shadows back. You have an idea. You open a channel to the fleet. You tell them to broadcast, not orders, music. Play everything. Jazz, rock, classical. The crew looks at you. You nod. Do it. The fleet becomes a massive speaker. We blast rock and roll at the enemy. The relic pulses in time with the drums. A shockwave forms. It is pure energy. The rogue ships waver. The rhythm disrupts their engines. They cannot handle the beat. The battle of whispered stars begins. It's a concert of destruction. Beams of light cross the dark. Each shot is a note. The explosions are percussion. You see a rogue ship explode. It blooms like a firework. The silence cheers. The council ships join in. They flash their sails. They add a visual light show. It's beautiful. It's terrifying. It's the loudest thing ever. But the rogue flagship is big. It ignores the music. It latches onto the relic. Grappling hooks dig into the crystal. The relic dims. The music falters. You feel a cold dread. If they take it, the silence dies forever. The enemy charges a main cannon. It aims at Earth, or close enough. You have one shot. You need to boost the relic. You need a louder signal. You look at the comms officer. She knows what to do. She overrides the safeties. She patches the main drive into the radio. We are going to scream. The Keeper helps. They link their ships to ours. A network of light and sound. You count down. 3, 2, 1. Mark! The signal hits the relic. It is a pure tone. It is clarity. The crystal screams back. A beam of white energy erupts. It hits the rogue flagship. The enemy ship does not explode. It dissolves. It turns into dust. The sound shattered it. The other rogue ships flee. They turn and run into the dark. They fear the song. The relic settles down. The light fades. The hum becomes a lullaby. The tide has turned. The silence returns. But it feels different now. It is not heavy. It is warm. It wraps around the ship like a blanket. The council hails you again. The Keeper bows. A deep respect is in their eyes. You saved the quiet. You used noise to save silence. It is a paradox. They like paradoxes. They invite you to the surface, to the crystal itself. You take a shuttle. The flight is smooth. The crystal floats there. It is the size of a city. It sings softly. You can feel it in your bones. Leaders from all 10 worlds gather. The council is in session. They debate the future. Should they hide again, or should they stay open? You speak up. You say hiding is over. The galaxy is too small. We must learn to live together. Loud and quiet. Music and math. The debate lasts for hours. You drink terrible coffee. The aliens drink light. Finally, they decide. They will not hide. They will join the galaxy. But there is a condition. We must guard the rift together. A joint fleet. You agree. It is a fair price. You shake hands. Or tentacles. It is awkward but sincere. A new signal goes out. It is not a warning. It is an invitation. It reaches Earth. It reaches the colonies. It plays the simple melody. People look up at the sky. They hear the song on their radios. They feel hope. The desperate broadcast becomes a hit. Everyone hums it. It unites them. Soldiers stand with diplomats. They look at the stars. The fear is gone. We are not alone. And the neighbors like our music. That counts for something. The fleet repairs the damage. Humans and aliens fix ships together. An engineer drops a wrench. It clangs. An alien winces. The engineer says sorry. Then the alien mimics the sound. Clang. They both laugh. It is a start. Unity forms in the storm. The galaxy feels steady. The trembling stops. You stand on the bridge again. The view is the same, but the feeling is new. Dawn breaks over the rift. Not a sun, but a dawn of understanding. The void hums with purpose. It is a shared song, a duet between species. You realize something. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the space between notes. It is where the music lives. You smile. You are part of the band now. Stories spread across the worlds. They tell of the day silence spoke. They tell of the ship that played rock and roll. They tell of the crystal. You become a legend. The YouTube channels love it. They make dramatic videos. They use your voice. They tell your story, just like I am doing now. The legacy of the speaking silence grows. It teaches us to listen to the dark, to listen to each other, to hear the promise. You look at the stars one last time. They are not cold, they are waiting. They are waiting for the next song. And you have a whole playlist ready. You turn to your crew. You give the order. Let's make some noise. The engines roar. The ship leaps forward. The adventure continues. And somewhere in the deep dark, a crystal hums along. It knows the tune. The silence has learned to speak. And it has a lot to say. You lean back in the chair. The stars streak by. It is a good day. A very good day to be human. A very good day to be loud. End of log.